Hi there, we're ADV Marketing, a marketing agency that develops high-quality and cost-effective marketing materials. Our relationship-driven business model and customized marketing solutions makes us the perfect partner for small businesses looking to grow. I'm your host, Lina Rice. Join Sarah and me here on Marketing Matters every other Monday to discuss business-to-business marketing topics. Now let's get into the episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Marketing Matters, a podcast where we discuss all things marketing and how it's related to your business. I mean, maybe you should have done the spiel. We flipped sides for some differentiation. I feel weird about it. I think I now resonate with Sheldon Cooper, and that is my spot.
And I feel like I'm sitting in the director's chair.
Even though it's just a couch.
I know, but I'm like, I'm in the director's position.
You're welcome. Do you want to lead the podcast?
No. I like it when you do it. You're so good at it.
I can talk about it. Okay. So today, this is actually a topic that Sarah picked out.
So I'm kind of involved.
Sarah, you're a co-host of the podcast.
I know.
You're always involved.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. So today we're going to be talking about the content planning process, because we've talked a lot about content in the past couple episodes of this season. And content is a beast.
Yeah.
So from a business perspective, how do you plan your content? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a hard thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I get blank page syndrome. I do not like a blank page. It's not my friend.
All creatives do.
Yeah.
All people do.
Yeah, most people are very blank page averse.
Yes.
We're like, no, thank you. Mm-hmm. Give me a template. Can I have a template? So think of this episode as your content template.
Yeah.
Because we're going to walk you through how to do it.
Yeah, it's your starting place. I like that, Lina. That's so good.
Your content template.
Mm-hmm.
That could be that episode title.
Yay.
That'd be cute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about content. What's the golden rule for content, Sarah?
There's so many golden rules. Lina, you throwing these questions at me?
It's A on your sheet here.
Oh, you should plan for long-term success.
What are your other golden rules? Now I'm curious.
Okay, well, authenticity is a golden rule.
That's fair.
And it has to be related to you. It has to be valuable.
It's like the pillars. What were those called? You had like the pillars in elementary school, and they were like the standard. I'm not crazy, but it was like respect was one of them.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like it had like respect, integrity,
yes,
responsibility,
yes,
yeah.
But it was called something. It wasn't the golden rule, but it was called something like that.
Yeah. Okay,
that's
interesting that all elementary schools all have pillars. Okay,
I don't know. Maybe it's a Texas thing.
Well, a key pillar.
Yeah, maybe it was like that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
A key pillar of content planning is plan for long-term success.
Yes, completely agree.
And we will talk about the difference between short-term and long-term, and also the common mistakes and the places that companies fail.
Yeah.
In planning their content.
Yeah.
But I'm not the host. You are.
Well, no, I completely agree.
Yeah.
So, okay. So let's start with the problem and why long-term content is the solution.
Yes. So let me set the scene for you, Lina.
Go for it.
So typically what happens, or what we see happen in companies where the person producing marketing is not a marketer, and they're usually doing marketing is like, oh yeah, I need to market my new business or growing business or whatever.
Yeah, typically it's the owner, or maybe they've given it over to a sales rep because they're like, I just need someone to do this.
Yeah, like it's a side hustle kind of deal. Typically what happens is someone has a great idea.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is a fabulous idea for this one post or this one video.
Or better yet, they didn't know it was a good idea until they posted it.
Yeah. So they just posted something.
That happens a lot.
Yes. So they post one thing, they had one great idea, it does fabulous, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
There's no post on their social, they go dead silent for multiple months, like nothing is updated, their website's not updated, they might not even have a website, like nothing is being updated or being told to their consumers until 6 months later, they have another great idea, and then they post another thing.
Yeah.
This is the epitome of reactionary marketing.
Yep.
What they've become is trapped in a reactionary cycle, which
Yeah.
we know and we have said before, reactionary marketing is not effective marketing. It just means you're following behind your competitors when the whole point is to stand out from your competitors.
Unfortunately, TikTok has kind of trained people to think that reactionary marketing is the best thing ever, because that's kind of how the whole platform works, right? Like there's a trend and then everybody posts on this trend for 3 days. It lasts 3 days, in case you were curious. That's a statistic that you can read. And then after those 3 days, a new trend occurs.
Yes.
Which is super interesting. And I could talk about trends all day long because I've done a lot of research about trends and I find it very fascinating.
We should have a podcast about trends.
Trends are interesting.
Yeah.
It all dates back to the fashion industry, which is the most interesting part of it all.
Yeah.
Is it's all connected to, because that was like the one trend way back before social media.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my soapbox. Basically, trends aren't good, actually, for your marketing, not long term. Like, that's not going to put you in front of everybody all the time.
And if you notice, the people doing those trends on TikTok, one, are not B2B. And
Well,
they're not industrial
yes,
services.
I was just giving an example.
Yes. But they also have, like, in-house marketing resources
Typically.
and in-house social media teams. Not in-house marketing teams. Literally whole teams dedicated to social media.
Yeah.
And they can turn around things in 3 days.
Right.
Don't do that. That's not the best
That's
place
also
for
just
resources.
stressful.
It is stressful.
That's
And then
really
your
stressful.
content's like only mediocre, or
Yeah.
you're one of the last people to post it, or you don't get on the hashtag in time. No, not the best place to spend your time or stress.
Completely agree.
The key to successful content marketing and what we do is continuity and consistency, which is the exact opposite of just posting sporadically whenever you have time.
Yeah.
You want consistent planning, and it's not just about posting content for the sake of posting content. It's literally in response to social media algorithms. Algorithms prioritize accounts that are posting consistently with high value content. Not just randomly every 6 months, right? You might get really good responses on your one post per 6 months, but you are also missing out on all of the consistent engagement you could be seeing. You're missing out on all the people who are looking on LinkedIn but think you're outdated because you haven't posted in 6 months. That kind of thing.
Think tortoise in the hare.
Yes. Actually, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's just the truth.
It's exactly the same.
So let's talk about our content planning process, because I think that that'll really help people understand what their process needs to be and kind of be able to use that as their template and guide for content.
Okay, so first, if you're tackling a short-term need, which is pretty common, right? Like, people rebrand, they start companies, they go to events, like, they have all these things. Packages, well, we offer packages. That is what those are for. It is for, like, I just need to get through the next 3 months, announce this thing happening, or support this big event that I'm expecting lots of business to come from, that sort of thing. That's short-term success. That can be effective if your objective is to support an event, because that's what it's for. That's what it achieves. Check, check, you're awesome. The other thing is long-term needs. And if you're looking to be the kind of business that generates organic leads through your website or social media, you need to be focusing on long-term successful content marketing. And that requires leveraging marketing as a value add. And that sounds so jargony, but like breaking it down, it is about leveraging the content you're creating to actually be useful for you. And long term, that requires that consistency and high value content that we just talked about. It'll make your sales easier, it'll build your brand, and it'll also build your presence and make it easier down the road for your business to continue growing instead of stagnate, which everyone does not want a business that stagnates.
No,
scary
not
thing.
typically.
That's not usually what people are going for.
If you are,
go you. We can offer lots of strategies to help you do that. But if you're looking for a growing business that's healthy, long-term content planning will be key.
I completely agree.
content combined with targeting is key to what we offer for our clients. You can go look at the artillery versus infantry episode that we've already posted.
We talk about that one so often.
We do, but it's like central to what
it's essential to our marketing beliefs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Completely agree.
Yep.
Okay. So now that we kind of explained short-term, long-term, content implementation plans.
Yeah.
Break them down for our audience, because I don't know how many agencies really do this the way that we do it.
Yeah. So this is pretty unique to us. For our partner clients that are looking for the long-term content success, that requires a very intentional plan for long-term.
Yeah. We're planning a year in advance.
Yeah, like it's long-term. And it's to give you a very holistic sense of what is going to happen over multiple months and how it's going to be geared towards your objectives.
Yep.
And it's all about preventing reactionary marketing, but facilitating responsive marketing. And what I mean by that is these plans are not like chiseled into stone or burned wherever. Like they're not permanent.
Right.
Because things change in marketing, and marketing has to be responsive.
Yes.
Because you're talking about dynamic markets and audiences.
Right.
These plans are living, breathing documents. They can change, but the allocation of resources to each engagement activity will help you understand, like, okay, I'm actually at this stage in the consumer journey. So even though this idea that would be really great for further down in the journey sounds awesome, I really need to be focusing on this stage, because most of my marketing hours are budgeted for this stage.
Yeah.
And if you want to change what you're doing within that stage based on what the market is doing, that's totally fine. You can change it around. You can do whatever you need to. If an event comes up that you're like, I know this is kind of, it's not reactionary, it's responsive. But if an event comes up that you didn't expect, you can redirect resources to supporting that event, especially after you checked that it does further your objectives.
Right. And I think that's the key thing here is you need to establish your objectives, because that is what everything needs to be connected to.
Yeah.
If we are not promoting your goals, we're not doing it. Right? Like, if something is not going to help your goals, why would you spend your marketing budget on that? Doesn't make sense. Instead, we're going to do things that promote your business goals, your marketing goals, your financial goals, because at the end of the day, that's what's important.
Yes. And I'm not talking about a plan that's like a PowerPoint that's like January, do LinkedIn. Like, it's like, no. It's very specific. It's
to your company.
Yes. It's topic oriented.
Yeah.
Every plan looks different for every company, but it's literally like a massive Excel.
Because every company has different needs.
Yes.
Your company might need website updates. Your company might need print media for a conference that you're going to that is going to further your business objectives. Your company might need LinkedIn content or
videos.
Maybe you have an in-house marketing team that takes care of your LinkedIn content. So we're going to come in and support that LinkedIn content by doing other types of content.
Yeah.
There's just so many variations.
But it's not this like intangible, abstract like concepts. Oh, trust us, we have a plan. No, like you see it.
You'll get to see the plan.
Yeah, you see the plan, you understand where we're going, what metrics we're measuring out
we're
of
going
it,
there. We give you the why. The why is important.
The why behind everything.
Yeah.
So it's very intentional, and that's what it has to be for long-term success.
Completely agree. Well, do you have any last thoughts on the topic before we conclude?
Content.
I know you have a lot.
I don't understand.
Siri had thoughts on the topic.
Yeah. Every time someone says, "Hey Sarah," Siri pops up.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
It's very weird. But anyway, overall, content is really important and worth investing in, and you can make it really effective, especially if you have the long-term mindset.
I completely agree. Think long-term. That's the key takeaway for this episode.
Yes.
Actually, for all of our episodes, just please.
Honestly, it's all about value in the long run.
It is.
I don't want to be like, trust me, this is what I do. But anyway, plan for long-term success, please.
We need to put your 2 degrees.
I know,
behind you.
Or both of our 2 degrees, so then we have 4 combined.
Yeah. We have a lot of degrees.
Or have a sign that says plan for long-term success right behind us. But you heard it here.
Great.
Plan for long-term success.
Okay, please. Well, thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. We cannot wait to come back in 2 weeks with more topics. So be sure to subscribe, rate the podcast, leave us any comments or questions. Feel free to reach out to us on LinkedIn. We are very accessible.
Yes.
I think I answer like 10 LinkedIn messages a week.
You're popular. I'd be like one
Half
of
of them are spam.
Okay.
But I get a lot of students that reach out to me.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like,
people
oh, hi, can I ask you questions? And I'm like,
I
I'd
love
love
it
to
when
answer your
students
questions.
ask. Yeah. Those are my
I mean, who
fave.
doesn't like to talk about themselves?
Yeah, truly.
It's just the truth.
Obviously not us. It's not like we have a podcast.
Okay, well, we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.